I have a gold star player. Get the little. Let's pretend we're all back at third grade. Let's go get that gold star from Mrs. Anderson. Let's go put it up on the fridge, and let's give one for Adam Thielen. Uh, I could have given this to quite a few guys. Yes. I could have given this to quite a few guys, but I ended up giving it to Adam Thielen because I want to mix it up. You know what? We did Brian Robinson Jr. last week, and this week because one of these most start might pop later in the year, or Tank Dell or Keenan Allen. I might use them a different week if they pop again. But I thought Adam Thielen, for being 33 years old, another 33-year-old guy, for being his age and kind of transitioning over to being a slot receiver. That's basically what he is. He's Carolina's slot guy. Just last two games, he's been tearing it up. Week 1 was slow, had 2 grabs for 12 yards, but the last 2 weeks been targeted more. He scored, I think he had 7 grabs and a touchdown in week 2, and this week 11 grabs, 145 and a tutty. Overall for the season, not bad for 3 games. Because Adam Thielen hasn't had a 1,000-yard season since 2018. So it's been 5 years since he's had a 1,000-yard season. And so if he can get to that mark, which he's on pace for right now, yeah, very, very impressive. And I can see more. I can see more of this. If Bryce Young's going to be out a little bit, Andy Dalton, he is what he is, but he's going to have a nice, reliable security blanket right here with Adam Thielen. So there might be more weeks like this coming up. So Adam Thielen, he's rostered to, especially the Yahoo side, which I cover. Jay usually does the sleeper side and other platforms for fantasy, but strictly for the Yahoo side, he's probably rostered too much to grab. But he's there for trade. And I think at least the next few weeks, if Bryce Young's going to be out, I would assume that he's going to be Andy Dalton's number 1 target. So, pursue him, and kudos to him for being the Gold Star Player of the Week. Any thoughts on Thielen against
the? It's it's kind of hard saying with this Panther offense. It's with Bryce Young kind of just trying to learn as he's going as well. I think it's taken a little bit of time for him to kind of adjust to everything, and him getting rapports with his wide receivers, and with Andy Dalton coming in, I was kind of watching that game a little bit. Andy didn't really look that good. He looked rusty, but once he kind of got things going and kind of more in the second half, Thielen was the guy. He wasn't looking no other. Because Thielen been in the league for a while, and yeah, Thielen could be their number 1 guy there. DJ Shark wasn't really everybody was like, oh, he's gonna be their number 1 guy. What? Nothing.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mingo. He kind of got a little bit, but
he's been banged up so far, Jay. Mingo.
And that's
I think he'll be okay maybe later in the year, but
right. Yeah, now. And that's a downfall too. I was hoping to see things from Mingo because I got some few shares of him too, kind of trying to hold grasp of Jonathan Mingo kind of coming in and whatnot too as well. And that's the thing about it too. If you go back and actually listen to our NFC South preview, we actually talked about Thielen, DJ Shark, and Jonathan Mingo as well. So if you want to get a little bit more information on that, go back and check out our divisional preview on the NFC South. But overall, Thielen is, I think he's their blanket. He's their kind of their, like you mentioned, kind of their blanket guy that they can toss to, they can count on for actually helping their offense out a little bit. So, but yeah, Thielen. If you need another wide receiver 2 or maybe even 3, depending on your roster construction, why not toss Thielen in there? Especially if Andy Dalton's gonna be back for another week, do it. But yeah, I think that kind of covers everything.
That being said, it's time. It is. It did. And you know what? What we're gonna do now, Jay? We're gonna transition over to some waivers. That's why some people are here. They want the goods. They want to know. It's Tuesday night. A lot of these waiver claims are gonna go in. I know the league we do with Jared, it's Thursdays, but I would assume most of these leagues, probably 80-85%, go in on Tuesday nights. So this is this is the night to do it. And hopefully, you have a bid option, or maybe, it's a ranking structure. Like if you're the worst team, you get the number one waiver preference, or I'm not sure, your individual league, how